So in this first video, we're going to talk about breathing. Now, it seems like that should be a really simple thing to do. I mean, we do it 24/7. But we want to be able to breathe so that we allow our psoas, our hip flexor muscles that come and wrap around our pelvis and back, and they actually come back and attach into our spine back here. We want to be able to breathe so that we give them some release. We want them to be able to relax. So if we are not doing a full breath, so we're not doing a full back body expansion and a 360 degrees expansion when we do our inhale, our psoas muscles are going to stay tight the whole time, which is going to tighten up our back, which is going to impact our hips. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we are doing that full back body expansion. We're going to go through some drills right now. I want you all to test it out, and then in week 1 we're going to be doing more of these breathing drills because this breathing part is so important. So let's come down. I want you to come down onto your back and roll around. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands and we're going to find our ribs, and I want us to put our fingers in, so dig them in a little bit into your ribs here, so under. And what we're going to do is when we do our inhale, I want us to try to push our fingers out on that inhale. So this is the first step that we're doing. Now what that means is if we can push our fingers out, our diaphragm is contracting correctly, so it's going down. So remember, I've talked a lot about how our diaphragm's the top of a canister, our pelvic floor's the bottom, and as we inhale, everything goes down, and then on the exhale, everything recoils back up. So we're going to make sure that we're aligned properly. So fingertips in, and on a big inhale, I want you to make sure that you're pushing your fingers out. So inhale, and they come out, and everything comes back down on the exhale. So again, pushing the fingertips out. Now if you're a rib flarer, your fingertips might not go anywhere because your diaphragm actually goes up instead of down because your ribs are coming out. So keeping our ribs down and inhaling and pushing our fingertips out to make sure that our diaphragm's contracting correctly. So inhale and exhale. Excellent. So once you've got that, the next part of our inhale we want to make sure is that our ribs go to the side and our belly expands as well. Not belly breathing so that it only expands. We want our inhale to push down our diaphragm. So we're going to keep our fingers in there. Put our thumbs on the outside of our ribs so that we can feel that they're going out. And then our belly as well. So put one hand here and one hand in your rib and thumb on the sides, and inhale, exhale. So you should have felt your thumbs being pushed to the side, your fingers still coming out, and your belly's just coming up. So you're getting this whole expansion in this area here. So let's try that once more. And inhale. And exhale. Great. Last part of this puzzle. So far we've got this part all coming out and around, but we also need that back expansion. Because for our back to expand, then we are releasing the pressure on our paraspinal muscles, we're releasing the pressure on our psoas, and we're letting everything relax so that they can do their job. Because all our muscles need to be able to relax as well as contract. It's really important.
And if you're not getting that full back expansion, your back muscles aren't getting that opportunity to relax. So now what we're going to be working for is to push our upper back down into the ground on that inhale as well. Now, I don't want us to use our hip flexors. I don't want us to tilt our pelvis. Our lower back is still meant to have that slight curve, so we're not trying to push that down. We're letting this relax completely, and we're aiming to push our upper to mid back down onto the ground. So what you can do is you can put one hand under and one hand up here. And again, you're still wanting the ribs to go to the side, you're wanting your belly to fill up, you're wanting your back to expand, and our diaphragm to go down. And breathing in. And out. And again. And out. Excellent.
Now, you might find that that is really hard to do. So I want you to keep practicing. This is our prep week. So next week in week 1, we're going to do even more breathing exercises to really help with that expansion. But today and for this rest of this week, I want you to think about, can I expand? Am I expanding as you're driving in the car, as you're sitting eating your meal? Are my ribs going out? Do I feel it in my back as well? I will go through in the notes, so make sure you print off that handout, and I will go through some troubleshooting as well. But the key thing here is we don't want our pelvis to tilt, so when we're trying to press into the back, we're not using our hips, we're using our breath and our diaphragm. And what you might find is if you were a belly breather, so a lot of this went out and in, by expanding into your back, you will find that your belly doesn't actually go out as much because you only have so much air. And if you think about a balloon, if you squish the back of it against something hard on a wall, it's all going to come out the front. But if you allow the balloon to come away from the wall and you blow it up and it expands into the back as well as the front, your front part is not going to come out as far. So that will also help your diastasis because you're not putting as much pressure on that as you're breathing out. Okay, so practice, and if you have any questions, make sure you send them to me or comment in our Facebook group. Okay, I'll catch you in the next video.